Good morning, students. Today I will be taking the first chapter of your subject. Now today I will be in the last class I think I have started the chapter matter, but still I am again revising what I had told you. Now whatever things you are looking around yourself, suppose you are looking at your home, you are looking around the whatever things, whatever furniture is there in your home. So you are looking around yourself, you are finding there is a bed, table, all these things around yourself, you will be finding that they are occupying some space, they are having some weight, and they are made up of some particular type of material. Either the table or chair is made up of wood or plastic, the bed is made up of wood, the almirah is made up of iron. In this way, all these things surrounding you are made up of some particular material, and this material is the composition or the substance which a object is made up of. Particularly, that particular object is made up of that material. Maybe it is wood, maybe it is plastic, or maybe it is iron. So we can say that whatever things you are looking around yourself means the non-living things. If I say, they are non-living matter, and whatever things you are the things which are living, that is plants, animals, they are made up of cells, so they are also living matter. So matter you can specify as living and non-living. All of you take out your copies and pen and write down the topics. So our first topic is, what do you mean by matter? So what is matter? Whatever you are looking around yourself, maybe it is living, maybe it is non-living. There are different kinds of objects around yourself, plants, animals, all these are some different category of matter that is living. And the objects which you are looking around yourself, maybe air also, which you are cannot see, but you can feel it, that is non-living matter. So they are made up of some substances, the objects are made up of some substances, and that is called non-living matter. So matter is the material, comes from the word material, from which the substance is made up of. And matter, we can say that whenever you observe the table, chair, even if I say that this is a duster, this is my spectacle, this is my pen, whatever, this is the book. So whatever the things around yourself, they are occupying some space, isn't it? And they also have some weight. That means they are occupying some space. If you are keeping this on the book, it will occupy some space. Okay, and it will have some weight. It has some weight, which when you are holding it, you can feel it. So matter is something which occupies some space. That means it has some volume. Volume is the space occupied by the object, particular object or matter, and it has some space, it has some mass. That means mass is the matter composed, whatever the matter is there inside that object, whatever the material composition of that object is, it constitutes to its mass. So it has mass, it has some volume. So you can say it has mass, you can say it has volume. Okay, and it can be perceived by our senses. How it can be perceived by our senses? What do you mean by that? You can see the duster, you can feel it, you can touch it. Okay, and even if you say, if you can smell, what kind of things you smell? You smell the perfume, you smell the air, good odor, bad odor, good smell, you can smell by your nose. That is also matter. That means air is also matter. And then it offers some resistance. Air offers some resistance. Any object, it offers some resistance. So matter has mass, it has volume, it offers some resistance, it can be perceived by our senses. So the definition of matter, you can say that matter is anything which occupies space and has mass. in your book on page number 7, it is given that matter is anything which occupies space and has mass. So you can underline that. Okay, and it can be perceived by our senses. So this is the complete definition of matter. Otherwise, the definition remains incomplete. So I have explained what is matter, types of matter, living, non-living, and then again, living matter is composed of plants and animals. Non-living matter is composed of natural and man-made. Okay. Now, secondly, we will move to the second topic, that is properties of matter. That I have told you, it has mass, it occupies some space, that means it has some volume, it can be perceived by our senses, it offers resistance. Okay. Now the third topic is composition of matter. What is matter composed of, or what is any of the object composed of? Before going into the another topic, let me ask you one simple question, if you have in your mind, that what is the difference between mass and weight? Have you heard the word weight? What do you mean by weight? Weight is the gravitational pull of the earth towards its center. Whenever we are standing on the floor, I am standing on the floor, you are sitting on the chair, you are sitting on the table, anywhere. So how you are fixed, or how you are able to stand? You are able to stand, or you are able to sit because the earth pulls you towards its center. So that is the difference between weight and mass. Weight is the force by which the earth pulls any object towards its center. And what is mass? Mass is the quantity of matter contained in the object. It is a quantity of matter contained. If I say this is a duster, if I am placing it on this book, if I say, then how it is placed? Because the earth is pulling it towards its center. But if I am holding this, or if you are holding this, you will see that it is composed of plastic and sponge and whatever. So whatever the duster is composed of, it is composed of plastic and sponge. So that is the matter, mass it is composed of, that constitutes to the mass of the duster. Okay. So this is the difference between mass and weight. Now we will move to the next topic, that is composition of matter. What is matter composed of? That means what is this duster made up of? Now you are seeing this duster, it is made up of a red colored plastic and there is a sponge over here. Now you may say that, if I ask you a question that what is this made up of, you will say that it is made up of plastic, ma'am. We are looking at it, it is a red plastic. But this answer is a layman's answer. This is not the answer of a science student, as you are dealing with chemistry or physics. This duster is made up of small particles, very tiny particles, and these particles are called atom. And what is this atom of the duster? Atom of the duster is a plastic material of the plastic in which there are atoms of plastic composition. Plastic is composed of again some chemical. So that chemical is the building block of this duster. That means the atoms of plastic constitute or is the composition of the duster. So in the composition of any object, of non-living object, any object, this book is made up of paper, hard paper and soft paper. So this is the hard covering and this is the soft pages inside it. So this book is made up of pages or paper, and this paper, suppose this paper pages are composed of paper, and this paper is composed of atoms of paper. That is, they are very tiny particles which the paper is made up of. That means atoms are the smallest particles of matter which it is made up of and which cannot exist free in nature. So they cannot exist independently. They exist either in the form of molecules or in the form of any compounds. Okay. Now this concept of atom, who established or who found out the concept of atom? John Dalton proposed the concept of atom. Dalton was a scientist who told that the smallest particle that exhibits all the properties of matter is an atom. And how do the atom exist? How do these atoms exist? I will write here because this topic I have already completed. So I am giving you how does or what does do you mean by atom? Atom. Okay. Now atom is the main building block of the matter. Any matter is composed of very tiny particles which cannot exist free in nature, and that is atom. And one atom, this is an atom. If this is an atom cannot exist freely. So two atoms combine, suppose like this, if two atoms combine, and this will form a molecule. So this has an independent existence. So molecule can exist free in nature. Okay. So molecule has an independent existence, and two atoms of same kind or different atoms combine to form molecule. Now what is the example of molecule? What is a molecule then? If I say in air is a composition of different gases, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and if I say water molecules are also there, so O2, that means two atoms of oxygen. O is for oxygen. So two atoms of oxygen combine to form oxygen molecule. So this is an atom, this is an atom. These two combine to form one molecule of oxygen. So this oxygen O2 is one molecule of oxygen, and these are the atoms. This is one atom of oxygen. This is one atom of molecule. Both of them combine to form a molecule. Okay. Similarly, if I take water molecule. What is the water molecule, or what is water composed of? You have studied in the chapter water in your previous classes. Air, water, all those you have studied in science. So water is composed of two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of, so two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. So this forms H2O. Now these are the atoms. This is one atom, this is an atom of hydrogen, this is an atom of oxygen, this is an atom of hydrogen. Three of them combine to form one molecule of water. So this is one molecule of water. So water has an independent existence. It can exist in nature. But hydrogen, oxygen, these cannot exist free in nature. You cannot. Either you do not find hydrogen, oxygen in open air. Okay. Either they exist in the form of O2 or H2. This is H2 means two atom of hydrogen. O2 means two atom of oxygen. N2 means two atom of nitrogen. So two atoms combine to form, two atoms of the same kind combine to form one molecule of oxygen. Here two atoms of same kind of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen combine to form water molecule. So in this way we find the water molecule. In this way there is a difference between atom and molecule, but both of them cannot be seen under an ordinary microscope. You need a high resolution microscope to see these atoms or molecules. So this is the smallest, this is the difference. Atom and molecule is the difference clear to you? Now let me move to the next topic, that is characteristics of particles of matter. Characteristics of particles of matter. What are the characteristics of particles of matter? I have told you that matter is composed of atoms and molecules. Okay. Now what are the properties of these particles? First of all, the motion or the particles of matter has motion. Okay, that means this motion is also known as Brownian motion. Zigzag motion. Suppose these are the particles. So they are having in this way, they are having a zigzag. These are the particles of matter. They are having a zigzag motion. In this way, they are moving randomly. Zigzag means random motion. They can move anywhere, here and there. They can move anywhere. So they are having zigzag motion. Particles of matter are having zigzag motion, and this motion is also known as Brownian motion, after the name of the scientist Brown. So they are not stationary, they are having zigzag motion. Number one, this is the first characteristic. Second characteristic is they are of the order of 10 to the power the particles of matter, the size of particles of matter. The size of particles of matter is very, very small. Size. They are very small in size and they cannot be seen with the help of even an ordinary microscope. So, the particles of matter are very, very small in size. Third point is that the particles of matter exist. They are always in, particles of matter are always in, they are always have attraction towards itself, intermolecular attraction. So, third point is intermolecular force. Intermolecular force, or you can say attraction. The particles of matter are having intermolecular force in between them, or they are being attracted by itself. Okay, so the particles of matter, whenever they are attracting each other of the same kind, if the same particles are attracting each other towards itself, they are called cohesive force. If they are attracting, if the two different particles are attracting towards each other, have the attraction between them, then they are called adhesive force. So the particles of matter are having cohesive and adhesive forces. Okay, and this force is known as intermolecular force. Suppose you have a solid particle. Suppose this is a solid particle. These are the solid particle. These are the molecules of solid. Suppose these are the molecules of duster. Okay, this duster is having the molecules like this. So in between two molecules, this is molecule number 1, molecule number 2, molecule number 3, 4, 5, 6. If I name the molecules, these molecules are having intermolecular force of attraction between them. That means two molecules, if I say this is the two molecules, they are attracting each other. And this attraction between them is called intermolecular force of attraction. And the space between them is called intermolecular space. So this is called intermolecular space. This is known as intermolecular space. Intermolecular space. So the force of attraction in between them is called intermolecular force of attraction, and the space in between them is called intermolecular space. So the molecules are having intermolecular force, and intermolecular space in between them is called intermolecular space. Now I will just explain you a topic regarding this, that is states of matter. There are 3 states of matter. This is solid, liquid and gaseous. So there are 3 states of matter with regard to this particles of matter. There are 3 states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gaseous. So the states, the particles or the matter exist in 3 forms: solid, liquid and gaseous. Solid, in solid, the intermolecular space is very less and intermolecular force of attraction is very high. In liquid, the intermolecular space is a little more than than solid, but intermolecular force is less, because in liquid you will find that liquid molecules are having space in between them, so the force is a little bit less. And in case of gaseous, the molecules are more far apart, so the spaces are more and the force of intermolecular force of attraction is very less. So this concludes your chapter. I have told you about what is matter, what are the properties of matter, what is the composition of matter, and what are the characteristics of particles of matter, and what are the states of matter I have explained. Okay, just go through it.